and the quality of arts and cultural landscapes of the city. Their future visions include things like starting a new Rochester Arts Council. We have one, but it's like now defunct, disappeared. Exhibition venues and community resources. And also for Reconnect Rochester, that's a business that launched a complete streets makeover program in 2018. Their goal was to bring attention to the public arts with street design as a critical factor in creating streets, using street murals that can calm traffic and slow down traffic to improve the safety of pedestrians, children, and bicyclists. Also with Common Ground Health, very similar. They bring together neighbors for on-street events that transform the city intersections. They're able to nominate any dangerous intersection in the city for street art improvement to accomplish the same goal, use street art to calm traffic and reduce fatalities. Also for Rock Growth, they're a grassroots volunteer organization that brings together emerging leaders, startups, and local entrepreneurs in the creative sector for networking and brainstorming opportunities. This was particularly insightful because there's so many different new builds, new constructions, and new contracts are going up in the city. A lot of new walls are starting to come available, and we need initiatives to bring together new artists to put up new work and to start painting more public art. This was for North Clinton Recreation Center. Their main goal is to use public art and to use the arts in general to engage children, youth. So they're looking for more funding and opportunities for children, for arts engagement, for music studios, and similar things like this. This was a Pianos for Peace initiative that they were involved with, where children could paint donated pianos and the pianos would sit around the city. That was some years ago, but that's an initiative that the recreation centers brought up and would like to see brought back into the city. This is Boulder Cafe. I've been going to the campus. I've been going to this cafe for years. One of their biggest initiatives is to provide exhibition walls and spaces for local artists to showcase their work and to showcase anything that they're making, and also to provide wall space for murals, wall space for art. These are 2 murals that were done by local artists at the Boulder Cafe locations. They also host things like poetry. They also comedy. They're huge supporters of the arts in that way. This is for Anna Marie Douglas, school number 12. Their biggest initiative that they're looking for in the arts is to integrate arts with education using art, public art, or performance art as a way to integrate with the city. First Friday Rochester, I've been going to that for years myself. I was able to speak with some of the people that have First Fridays in their locations, and the hugest thing here is promotions, promoting all of the businesses that are using First Friday Rock. Also Healthy Kids. This was in, this moves so fast. Healthy Kids, this is a picture of the interactive map that residents can use to nominate an intersection that they believe should have more public art. Anywhere from the sidewalk or from the streets.
I'll give you 20 more seconds.
Thank you, from the sidewalk or from the streets, but it's available online where you can actually select which intersection that you think should have more public art available. And this next one is, it's called The Sound Source. This is a local arts and music store, and they mostly want to promote art on their buildings, on their walls, and also within their business. This is an example of a mural that was done by a crew of artists called Flower City Kids. It was just unveiled this past August, and they used art and public murals to help promote their businesses and to increase profits in their sales. This is South Wedge Festival. I was able to speak with some of the coordinators of the festival. The South Wedge is an area that really relies on local arts and public arts and murals as an identity for the neighborhood. So they're really looking towards the arts for identity and for promotions. The Eastman, this one was very interesting. The Eastman Performance Arts and Medicine Center. Their mission is to apply the power of the performing arts to the medicine and healthcare environments. What they're trying to do is promote healing and rehabilitation, understanding how music can improve health and well-being. And they do that mostly through either virtual art experiences, live music performances, hospitals, rehabilitation centers, and concert broadcasts. This next one is the David Gant Center. The David Gant Center, they have a huge arts initiative, mostly geared towards children, live music performances, and also they're really big on music lessons. So they need funding for music lessons, instruments, art supplies. So the biggest thing that they have is the lack of funding to do those things. And this last one is the Wonderground Art Exchange. This is going to be a grassroots arts organization that brings together different artists for comedy, for maker spaces, and for creating new artworks. And that's what I was able to find as far as the vision for arts and cultures here in New York, Rochester.
So when we first started this initiative, one of the things that we did after we hired the artists was to have them each kind of take us around the city. And LaShonda took us to like such cool, fun places, and we actually wanted to have this event. The first place we called was Record Archive, because that's one of the first places LaShonda took us, and we were like, this would be a cool place to have it. This is also a really cool place to have it, so I'm happy we're here, but I just wanted to throw that out, because that was like, seeing the city through the eyes of all the artists that we're working with was one of the best experiences that we had so far, and we were so happy that our other team member, Todd Bressie, thought of that as an idea. So usually we have city staff to tour us around, and they did, but seeing the city through the eyes of the artists was great. All right, last but not least, we have Lamar.